Artist Leon Ivey Jr., known to the world as Coolio, was born in 1963 in Compton, California. Growing up in a neighborhood plagued by violence, drugs, and poverty, music quickly became his escape. He joined the hip-hop scene in the 1980s, writing lyrics inspired by street life. Long before fame, Coolio worked various jobs, from firefighting training to airport security, before committing fully to music. Compton gave him edge, but his ambition gave him vision. In 1995, Coolio released Gangsta's Paradise, a haunting and powerful anthem that redefined the landscape of hip-hop. Featuring the soulful vocals of LV and drawing heavily from the melody of Stevie Wonder's Pastime Paradise, the track struck a deep chord with listeners around the world. With its gritty lyrics and introspective tone, Gangsta's Paradise became an instant global sensation. It quickly rose to the top of the Billboard Hot 100 chart and stayed there for weeks, ultimately becoming one of the best-selling singles of the year. The song's success earned Coolio a Grammy Award for Best Rap Solo Performance and multiple other accolades, solidifying his place in music history. The impact of Gangsta's Paradise went beyond just charts and awards. It became a cultural touchstone that captured the frustration and reality of inner-city life. At a time when hip-hop was gaining mainstream acceptance, the song helped bridge the gap between urban communities and wider audiences. Coolio's intense delivery and poignant lyrics gave voice to societal issues that were often ignored. His image, complete with signature braided hair and bold fashion sense, made him instantly recognizable and iconic in pop culture. The track also gained additional prominence through its connection to the 1995 film Dangerous Minds, starring Michelle Pfeiffer. The song was featured heavily in the film's marketing and played during its opening credits, adding emotional weight to its narrative about education and inner-city youth. Pfeiffer later credited Gangsta's Paradise with elevating the film's emotional resonance and cultural relevance, helping it reach a much wider audience than expected. The success of the single propelled Coolio's debut album, Gangsta's Paradise, to multi-platinum status. Almost overnight, he went from a relatively unknown artist to an international superstar. He wasn't just a rapper anymore, he had become a voice for the voiceless, an artist who used his platform to shed light on real-world struggles. Even decades later, Gangsta's Paradise remains a timeless anthem that continues to resonate with new generations. With fame came a bold sense of style and a whirlwind of media buzz. Coolio fully embraced the spotlight, transforming himself into more than just a musical artist. He became a fashion icon and a larger-than-life personality. He was known for his eye-catching custom leather outfits, statement jewelry, and that unforgettable signature hairstyle. Twisted braids that stood upright like flames, instantly recognizable and deeply embedded in 90s pop culture. His look wasn't just unique, it was unforgettable, a symbol of his originality and refusal to conform. As his career soared, Coolio indulged in the trappings of success. He splurged on luxury cars, famously owning a sleek black Cadillac Escalade and a fiery Lamborghini Diablo. These weren't just vehicles, they were status symbols, testaments to his hard-earned rise from the streets of Compton to international stardom. His presence was magnetic, and the fashion world took notice. Coolio began receiving invitations to major fashion weeks and teamed up with high-end designers to create dramatic, standout stagewear that reflected his energetic persona and eclectic taste. But Coolio's reach went far beyond music and fashion. His charisma and humor made him a natural fit for television. He became a regular presence on MTV, not just through music videos, but with appearances on MTV Cribs, where fans got a glimpse into his flashy lifestyle. He surprised many by showcasing his culinary skills on cooking shows and even starred in his own web series, Cookin' with Coolio, which blended comedy, recipes, and streetwise charm. Reality TV producers came calling, and Coolio gladly stepped into new formats, proving that he was more than a rapper. He was an entertainer through and through. With a combination of confidence, wit, and undeniable stage presence, Coolio didn't just dominate the charts, he owned every room he walked into. Whether behind the mic, in front of a camera, or strutting down a runway, he commanded attention. His style, swagger, and larger-than-life personality ensured that he remained in the spotlight long after his biggest hit had topped the charts. Behind the bright lights and fame, Coolio grappled with intense personal struggles that often played out in the public eye. Addiction, legal issues, and controversy became recurring themes in his life. He was arrested multiple times over the years for drug possession, firearm violations, and physical altercations, drawing media attention that began to overshadow his earlier success. As his legal troubles mounted, his public image suffered, and his presence in the music charts started to fade. The momentum that had once propelled him to the top of the industry gradually slowed, and his mainstream music output became less frequent. Despite the setbacks, Coolio remained a resilient figure. He continued to tour internationally, performing for fans across the globe who still remembered the power of Gangsta's Paradise and the energy of his live shows. He also appeared in several hip-hop documentaries, offering honest reflections on his career and the highs and lows of fame. Determined not to be defined solely by his past, Coolio tried to reinvent himself. One of his most surprising yet successful pivots was the launch of his online cooking show, Cookin' with Coolio. With his trademark humor and flair, he mixed streetwise slang with budget-friendly recipes, creating a quirky blend of food and entertainment that quickly earned cult status online. Coolio didn't shy away from discussing his struggles. He often spoke candidly about addiction, the pressures of fame, and the dark side of the music industry. In interviews and public appearances, he used his own life as a cautionary tale, urging young artists to stay grounded and make wise choices. Though he was no longer topping the Billboard charts, Coolio remained a respected figure in the hip-hop world. His influence on 90s rap, his unique style, and his willingness to evolve and adapt kept his legacy alive. Even in the face of adversity, he never stopped performing, creating, and connecting with fans, proving that while the spotlight may dim, true impact endures. In his later years, Coolio shifted his focus toward international touring, bringing his classic hits to fans around the globe. He continued to perform with energy and passion, often playing to packed venues across Europe, Asia, and other parts of the world where his music had left a lasting impression. Songs like Fantastic Voyage and, of course, Gangsta's Paradise remained crowd favorites, and his live shows became celebrations of a career that had shaped a generation. Beyond touring, he took part in TV reunions, nostalgic music festivals, and hip-hop retrospectives, reflecting on the golden era of rap with fellow artists and fans alike. Despite the ups and downs of his career, Coolio remained a charismatic and beloved figure. He was more than a performer. He was a storyteller, an entertainer who could still light up a stage decades after his biggest hits. But in 2022, tragedy struck. On September 28th, Coolio passed away suddenly from cardiac arrest at the age of 59 while visiting a friend's home in Los Angeles. His unexpected death sent shockwaves through the music world and beyond. Fans, friends, and fellow artists expressed their grief and shared heartfelt tributes. Hip-hop legends like Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, and Questlove paid their respects, honoring Coolio not only as a talented rapper, but as a trailblazer who brought socially conscious rap to the mainstream. Many recalled his groundbreaking work and the lasting impact of Gangsta's Paradise, a song that transcended genre and geography. In the days following his passing, streams and downloads of his music surged. Gangsta's Paradise re-entered the charts, climbing once again as a haunting reminder of the voice that had once captivated the world. Coolio's death marked the end of a remarkable, complicated, and deeply influential journey. Though gone, his legacy endures through his music, his unforgettable style, and the cultural footprint he left behind. For many, Coolio will always be remembered, not just for a song, but for an era he helped define. Coolio wasn't just a rapper, he was a cultural force. He made socially conscious rap mainstream, blending grit with melody. His look, sound and presence defined a generation of hip-hop. Artists today, from Kendrick Lamar to J. Cole, owe part of their narrative power to pioneers like Coolio. His music continues to be used in films, series, and sampled in new tracks. More than a trend, Coolio was a voice, one that still echoes even after the music stops.